Hello everyone and thanks for watching Edupedia World videos. I am Manish Agrawal, and in this session of mole concept we are just looking at the questions that we have already solved but with a different kind of solution. Okay, so since a lot of people had problems understanding the numerical questions of mole, what we are trying to do over here is show you an alternate method to solve the questions of mole concept. Okay, so that the students who face problem in this chapter are able to use either of the two methods that we study over here. So the first method, the one in which we use the unitary method for calculations of mole. Okay, unitary method means like 2 apples cost 10 rupees, so how much will 3 apples cost? Okay, so that is unitary method where you cross multiply and find the value of the x. Okay, so instead of using unitary method, now we will use a more formula based approach for the same questions which we have already seen in lecture 6th of the mole concept chapter. Okay, so the 6th video in your playlist, okay, is being repeated over here but with a different solution. Okay, the answer will be same but the method of coming up with that answer will be different. So let's see. Okay, so we already know, okay, we are assuming here you already know the meaning of mole, the meaning of gram atoms and gram molecules, which is once again just moles of atoms and moles of molecules. Okay, and you know that 1 mole is represented as 1 Na or Avogadro's number, and whose value is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Okay, so all this you know. Now let's come to the examples of the lecture 6th. Okay, the ones which we have already explained in a previous session, okay, in a previous video lecture, but here we are looking at the same question and with a different approach. Okay. So see, in this question you have 3 moles of urea and you have to calculate following 3 items one by one. Right, so let's approach the first item here, which is to calculate number of gram atoms of nitrogen in 3 mole of urea. So the first thing is to know the meaning of gram atoms, which we know means number of moles of atoms. Okay, moles of atoms of nitrogen, that is what it means. Right, so they are asking you to find out how many moles of atoms of nitrogen are present in 3 moles of urea. So now you must know the formula, molecular formula of urea, which is NH2CO NH2. Okay, so this you must memorize and remember. Alright, that urea is NH2CO NH2, that means it is N2H4CO. Okay, this will be the molecular formula of urea. Alright, so finding number of moles of atom of any one kind in a given compound is very simple. Okay, the answer is always, okay, for example here, moles of atoms of nitrogen, right, will simply be equal to the stoichiometry of nitrogen in the molecular formula. Okay, so the molecular formula of urea is N2H4CO, so the stoichiometry of nitrogen is 2 over here, so the answer will always be 2 into moles of the compound. Okay, the moles of the compound in which, okay, you're trying to calculate moles of atoms of nitrogen. So 2 is the stoichiometry of nitrogen in 1 mole of compound. Okay, so N2H4CO means 1 mole of compound has 2 moles of nitrogen. So your answer will always be stoichiometry multiplied with the given moles. Given moles of compound here are 3. So answer is you have 6 mole atoms of nitrogen in this container. Okay, or in 3 mole of urea. Alright, so this is a formula based approach. Okay, instead of using unitary method, you can just memorize it as a formula that number of moles of atoms of any one kind, okay, is always equal to stoichiometry into moles of the compound. Since here stoichiometry of nitrogen was 2, the answer will be 2 into moles of compound. Similarly, if you look at the third part where you have to calculate number of moles of hydrogen atom, okay, so once again the same Okay, the question is of the same kind, except now instead of nitrogen we have to calculate moles of atoms of hydrogen. Alright, so moles of atoms of hydrogen will once again be stoichiometry of hydrogen in the compound multiplied with moles of the compound. So stoichiometry of hydrogen here is 4. That means answer will be 4 into moles of compound, which is 3. 3 is the given moles. So answer is 4 into 3 equals to 12 mole atoms of hydrogen are present here with you in this compound. Okay, in 3 mole of urea. Alright, so that is how you calculate moles of atoms of any given kind. Okay, the second part of the question, alright, where you have to calculate number of atoms of nitrogen. Okay, so see, this is the difference here. In the first part we had to calculate number of gram atoms of nitrogen. Gram atoms means you have to calculate number of moles of nitrogen atom. But in the second part you don't have to calculate number of moles of atoms, you simply have to calculate number of atoms. Okay, so difference, this once again we have already seen the theory, so I will directly give you the formula here. Instead of using the unitary method, you can always calculate number of moles of any entity. Okay, of any entity as number of that entity. Okay, number of entities divided by Avogadro's number Na. That is to say, number of moles of atoms is simply equal to number of atoms divided by Na. Okay, so moles of atoms is number of atoms divided by Avogadro number. Similarly, number of moles of molecules will be equal to number of molecules divided by Avogadro number Na. So for such kind of questions you can always use this formula. A general formula is number of moles of any entity anywhere is always equals to number of entities divided by Na. Okay, so here you have to find number of atoms of nitrogen. That means you have to find the numerator over here. Alright, so let's say the answer is capital N. Alright, so number of atoms of nitrogen is capital N divided by Avogadro number, which is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Alright, is equal to number of moles of atoms. We have already calculated in the first part that number of moles of nitrogen atom present with us is 6. So your answer will be N is equal to 6 times Na, or 6 times 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Alright, so this is how you can calculate number of atoms or number of any entities if you have the moles of that entity. Alright, so just memorize this formula. Okay, ultimately see all these formulas that we have used here and in the previous slide, both the formula come from unitary method. Okay, it is simple mathematics, but since a lot of students face difficulty in comprehending the unitary method clearly, we are giving it to you in the form of formulas right now. So let's look at the second example in the same way. Okay, that is, how can we solve this question without using unitary method and instead by using formulas based approach. So let's see what this question demands. So in this question you have a closed container, alright, and that closed container has only molecules of sodium carbonate. So you must know what sodium carbonate is. It is Na2CO3. Okay, so all the substance that is present or whatever is present inside this box is in the form of sodium carbonate molecules, that is Na2CO3, such that if I count the number of sodium atoms inside this container, the number of sodium atoms come out to be 3.011 into 10 to the power 23. Okay, so we know that the number of sodium atoms is this many. Okay, but we also know that all of the sodium inside the container is present in form of sodium carbonate. Okay, that is, it is in a combined form, it is not in the free form. So based on this information, they are asking us to calculate the number of molecules of sodium carbonate. okay, and number of gram atoms of oxygen, that means they want us to calculate number of moles of oxygen atoms. Okay, so number of moles of oxygen atoms. Alright, so let's see how we can do that. So see, once again, alright, we know that the number of sodium atoms are 3.011 into 10 to the power 23. Okay, so number of atoms, using the same formula that we studied in the question before this one, number of atoms divided by Na will give me number of moles of atoms. Alright, and what is the number of atoms of sodium? It is 3.011 into 10 to the power 23 divided by Avogadro number, which is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. That means number of moles of sodium atom is half. Okay, so number of moles of sodium atom inside this container is 1 by 2. Right, so how will this information help us to calculate molecules, number of molecules of sodium carbonate? Alright, so let's see. Okay, so the second formula that we studied was that number of moles of atom, okay, number of moles of atom of a given element in a compound is equal to stoichiometry, okay, stoichiometry of that element in the molecular formula of the compound multiplied with moles of the given compound, okay, or given moles of the compound. Alright, so here we know that number of moles of atoms of sodium in our compound, okay, is half. Alright, and what is the stoichiometry? The molecular formula is Na2CO3. That means the stoichiometry of sodium in this compound is 2. So half is equal to 2 into moles of compound, that is moles of sodium carbonate inside the container. Alright, so this means number of moles of sodium carbonate, okay, moles of sodium carbonate inside the container, let's call it small n, is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 4. Alright, from here we can easily get that moles of sodium carbonate is 4, 1 by 4. Alright, so this means now you can calculate, okay, you know the moles of sodium carbonate, that means you know moles of molecules of sodium carbonate, okay, and we know that moles of any entity, okay, can be calculated as number of that entity, number of molecules divided by Avogadro number Na. So you know that moles of sodium carbonate present with you is 1 by 4. That means number of molecules of sodium carbonate, okay, will be 1 by 4 multiplied with Na. Okay, that is I simply took this Na on the left hand side. Okay, so this will give me the answer as 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 4. Okay, so you can make this division and find the exact answer of the question, how many molecules of sodium carbonate are present inside our container, okay, that is given in your question. Alright, so see, ultimately what you need to differentiate in these questions is the difference between moles of molecules or moles of atoms and number of molecules or number of atoms. Okay, so moles and number of molecules or moles of molecules, so these are two different things. Okay, so you must understand the difference between them. Alright, similarly you must understand the difference between moles of the given compound, okay, and number of moles of or the moles of any given element in that compound. Alright, so for example in sodium carbonate, the amount of sodium and amount of carbon and amount of oxygen is all different from one another. Okay, alright, so the next part of the question here that we have to calculate is to calculate number of gram atoms of oxygen. That is, we have to calculate number of moles of oxygen atoms. So how can I do that? Alright, I already know that moles of sodium carbonate present with me is 1 by 4. Okay, we have already calculated that over here, moles of sodium carbonate. So from here it is pretty easy. Okay, we have to calculate moles of oxygen. So moles of oxygen atoms inside the compound will be stoichiometry of oxygen, okay, in the compound multiplied with moles of the compound, given moles of the compound. So given moles of the compound we have already calculated as 1 by 4, and stoichiometry of oxygen in the compound is Na2CO3, that means 3. Okay, the stoichiometry of oxygen is 3. That means moles of oxygen atoms present with you is 3 into 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4 mole. Or you can say you have 3 by 4 gram atoms of oxygen inside this container. Alright, so it is as simple as that. Okay, so a lot of people might find this method to be simpler. Okay, here you directly need to use the formula. You don't have to go into the why of that formula or how did we come up with that formula. Okay, that is, you don't have to use the unitary method. Though if you can use the unitary method, if you understand that approach, then you won't have to memorize all these formulas. Okay, so the choice is completely yours. Alright, and that is why we are showing you both the methods over here in these videos. Alright, so until next time, and once again thanks for watching Edupedia World videos.